This is the Hub on Hollywood. I'm James.
I'm Jamie. And
we love
movies. Movies, TV shows, games, anime, toys, you name it, we love it. But mostly movies, James. What are we talking about today? Big finale, right?
It's big finales on a lot of fronts, but first off, we are, of course, going to be talking about Falcon and the Winter Soldier season, possibly series finale. I haven't heard too much, but what a finale, what a way to end it, and it's cool to see some certain characters spreading their wings into new roles. That we're going over Oscars. You know, the Oscars, this little award show that hardly gets any buzz, it was last night, and some people won, some people lost, a lot more people lost, rather, but we will go over the big winners. Also some Fast and Furious news. My review of Mortal Kombat, which just came out on HBO Max and at some select theaters. And I think a little fun wrap-up of what we are watching. But what you're watching is us. So thank you very much. If you're watching us on YouTube, on Facebook, give us a like, give us a follow, give us a share. You can also give us a like and share on our social medias, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. As for listening to us, you can listen to us everywhere. iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple iTunes. Everywhere you listen to your podcast, we are there. Yeah. But Jamie, let's get right into it, because this season finale of Falcon and the Winter Soldier was great on so many levels. Can I just get your initial thoughts, your initial takeaway from it?
So my first initial takeaway, what sticks out to me the most was just the reveal of the new Captain America outfit, like that big, winged Captain America spangly, like he comes and he flies, and I'm like, oh, like it just kind of took my breath away a little bit. It looks so good. I'm like, oh, Anthony Mackie, heck yeah. So he just looks amazing. He just absolutely looks amazing. And I don't know. I think it was a solid performance. I think it was a solid finale. But I have some criticisms, James. Before I get into that, though, why don't you take it away? What was your reaction, and then we'll dive into it a little bit.
So I do have some criticisms as well. There are some parts where I feel like it was very heavy-handed, but one thing I love about this episode is how Sam's character, the Falcon, has taken the mantle of Captain America. He's not letting somebody give it to him, and in a way, even though Captain America did give him the shield and intend for him to be the new Captain America, it wasn't Steve Rogers' choice. At the end of the day, it was Sam Wilson's choice, and he chose to take on the mantle and represent and use the shield, represent it in how he wants to do it. And I thought it was very great. The costume, the Wakandan technology filled costume, beautiful. One of the best design costumes, I think, in the MCU for sure. And it was a really good wrap-up for not only Sam's character, but also for Bucky. I have a lot more hope and after last episode where there's this bow montage and you're getting a sense of a happier Bucky, now we're seeing a more confident Bucky in his own skin and who he is and who he wants to be. A lot of things to take away from this. Also really happy with John Walker. Surprisingly, that may have been the biggest twist about this whole thing, was that he was not the big baddie at the end. He was actually an ally, and he's going off into this weird kind of gray zone with Madam Hydra from where we left off. But I did like that he partnered up with the Sam and Bucky, and to accomplish the mission, he put his ego aside, didn't go for the person who killed his partner, but wanted to save people who were, these lawmakers that were trapped inside this armored vehicle.
He also
a lot of great takeaways.
Right, he also didn't try to take the shield back. He didn't try to take that back. And that's kind of like where I felt like it was going. I'm like, oh no, like, yeah, he's joining the fight, but then he's going to fight with Sam over the shield. And he didn't. He respectfully, kind of walked away, and he gave Sam his due and was like, look, you look good, man. So I thought that was surprising to me also. I was happy to see that, because in essence, John Walker is not a perfect person, but also not the worst. Definitely not the worst. Very, very human, very realistic kind of personality. So, yeah, it'd be interesting to see where we go from there on that. Let's dive a little bit into some of the criticisms. Do you want to start with that?
Yeah, so when Yeah, so when the new Captain America, Sam Wilson, comes forward, and at the end of the episode, where he's pretty much lecturing lawmakers of they need to start doing right, they need to start doing an actual make actual progress in problems that everyone's facing, and not just kind of excuse it away. And he goes off on this, some people could call it a rant, and you could call it like this powerful monologue, which sets everybody straight, and is very reminiscent to the comic book days of early Captain America, where he would go on a pedestal of some sort and preach to you as to why you're doing this wrong and why we should all strive to be better. And that was his main message, to strive to be better and to again, pave your own way. He made it an important point to say that him just wearing the Captain America costume or bearing the shield, just because the color of his skin, is enough reason for many people out there to just not like him, for people to dislike him. And he addressed that head on. There were portions of it that were kind of hammy. The one criticism that I would say is very hammy when they were proving the point that this is the new Captain America was when you had two spectators, one with like a camera phone, and someone said, "Oh, that's Black Falcon," or "That's Black America," something to that extent, and then another person said, "No, that's Captain America." Like, that little scene was very on the nose. I don't think you really needed that, or to do it so hammy. But again, I know it's, at the end of the day, we are dealing with comic book-esque things and plot devices. So I've heard a few critiques out there on that. But other than some of the heavy-handed moments in the episode, I thought it was very well put together. I love that the power broker ended up to be, what's her name, Sharon?
Sharon,
and how she ended up killing the leader of the Flag Smashers, and she was the only person at the time who knew that Sharon was the power broker. So that secret died with her. A lot of great stuff, a lot more pros than cons in this episode, and definitely in the series.
Well, I think I have a very similar criticism, but I wanted to say, I guess he is sort of playing into the Captain America character by having the moral high ground and sort of teaching people, as you know, Steve Rogers, they had him making those really corny videos for everyone. So you've got detention. Let me tell you, so I think that kind of fits in well. I think it was just overly optimistic. I think it was overly optimistic to say, okay, he gives his speech, and then, the lawmakers are going to reconsider their ideas, and now they're not going to deport all the displaced people. And I do like the parts where he's like, governments do have a responsibility to these people, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But I can almost picture it, how it would play out in reality, and it's way worse. So it'd be like, it would play out something like, Captain America says he's a terrorist sympathizer, and X, Y, and Z, and I could just see it devolving in so many ways, in order for it to be fantasy, they had to simplify it. But I don't know.
There could be season 2. There could be a type of cable news channel version in this MCU that starts paving that message and painting that message. So you never know.
Yeah. So I can absolutely see it going that way. So it just felt a little too overly optimistic in terms of how it would actually all play out. But I liked it. Okay, you want to have a nice feel-good ending. I'm with it. I am all for Bucky and Sam ending up on the boat and all happy-go-lucky and loved it. So I would like to see what happens with Sharon, because it seems like her time in exile has really messed her up. And she has gone to the dark side, and I don't think she's not playing for Cap's team anymore. I think she's playing for her own team, and so I wonder if that's going to make it into the silver screen, into some of the main movies coming up. But they left it open-ended, so it feels like there should be a season 2. But even if there's not a season 2, that Sharon bit, I think, is going to be really important for the MCU coming up.
Now, hear me out. Now, she could be double-crossing the U.S. government, Bucky and Sam, by getting her part in, and then that ominous phone call at the very end saying that, now they have access to all the secrets and all these weapons. Now, what if she's playing the double agent, or she's doing this in order to get closer to the bad people? Like, oh, look I just got pardoned by these people. They trust me again. I got an in for us, and then that builds trust with this other crime organization, and maybe that connects to the whole Madam Hydra and U.S. agents, John Walker going,
okay, so she's over here, right? And she's pretending to do this, and then she's going to double cross this way, right?
She's playing 4D chess right now.
Okay, yeah, exactly. So, sure, I can see it going that way.
That's a possibility. One thing that I do really love, which I didn't realize I would love, but John Walker, again, at the very end, you see him in his new Captain America costume. He's talking to Madam Hydra. He's there with his wife. He feels like, yes, I got my second chance to still make a difference and do good. So yeah, he's I think he's not a purely bad person, and I think he's more good than bad, but easily corruptible. That being said, I think there's I do like that he feels, and again, he wants to do good. Now he can do it as U.S. agent. Maybe Madam Hydra is working with Sharon and the Power Broker in season 2, and then that's when things become more gray. But again, I didn't realize I was going to like John Walker not being, the main bad guy at the end of this, and also, ending up helping the cause. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, but he still has dangerous character flaws, so we'll see where that all goes.
We'll keep an eye on him.
What did you guys think about the finale of Falcon and the Winter Soldier? What did you guys think of the whole series? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Was it perfect? Was it heavy-handed? Let us know. Comment below. Share us with your friends. Share us with your family, because we want to know what they think too, right, James?
Yeah, absolutely. And we also want to know what you think about the Oscar wins and the Oscar snubs that happened last night. A few of these I'm actually very pleasantly surprised, and maybe not surprised per se is the right word, but very happy that I saw some of these movies, and in them they ended up winning the grand prize of them all. So we can start with Best Picture if you want. Sure. This one actually has been on my list to see and watch for a while. I actually have a movie screener. Nomadland won Best Picture at the Oscars last night, starring Frances McDormand, and anything really she's in, it's magic. She's fantastic, and she walked away with not only the Best Picture but Best Actress. For Nomadland. For Best Actor, I saw this movie, and after I saw this movie, I understood why he was nominated, and very happy that he did win. Best Actor, Anthony Hopkins for The Father.
Oh, yes.
He plays this older gentleman who's falling into dementia. It's a very heartbreaking, very soul-taxing movie, but still very good, and I think deserves a watch. Best Supporting Actress, Daniel Kaluuya for Judas and the Black Messiah. Best Supporting Actress, I was very happy for this one. Yoo Jung-yoon for Minari, starring Steven Yeun. That 1980s set movie that takes place, if I remember correctly, in Arkansas. I could be wrong, but it's a very loving movie about the small family. Best Animated Feature, Soul, which I loved.
Yes.
That came out on Disney Plus. Did any of these noms or wins or snubs surprise you?
No, but one thing that I was really a little bit sad about, just a little bit, was for Best Actor. Anthony Hopkins, obviously, I think he deserved it 100%, but he beat out Chadwick Boseman, who was the late Chadwick Boseman, our Captain America, our Black Panther. And he was nominated for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom and didn't get it. I was kind of hoping that maybe he would get a posthumous, win there. But Anthony Hopkins, he did an amazing job. He deserved the win, I think. But I still kind of wanted Chadwick to get, a little bit of love after death. But,
there's definitely that emotional connection that, like Heath Ledger after he passed away after The Dark Knight, He received the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor. So yeah, it would have been fitting. So not to take anything away from Anthony Hopkins, that would have loved to have seen that also. But giving credit where credit is due, the father, man, he puts everything in this movie, and you feel it. You feel it throughout the entire thing. So happy, especially happy for him, and especially happy for the Best Supporting Actress for Minari, a film that I also really enjoyed. But yeah, let us know what your Oscar wins, snubs. Are you angry, excited, happy for? That's pretty much all I have to cover for the Oscars.
Yeah, me too.
Maybe, perfect.
Maybe next year we'll be there, James. Maybe next year we'll be there. We'll see what's happening.
And speaking of the most nominated films in all of history that deserve recognition for their arts and style and great acting, Fast and Furious. That's what comes to your mind, right? The Fast and Furious franchise.
Yeah.
Well,
all 9, 10, 11. How many are there?
They are on number 9, and to celebrate F9, which is coming out in theaters June 25th, Universal Pictures, they say that they are giving fans Fast Fridays. This is 8 weeks, nationwide screenings of every previous Fast and Furious film. Say that 5 times, to thank the Fast fans and to welcome audiences back to the movie theaters. And so they're going to be playing 1 through 8 through various theaters, including AMC, Cinemark, Harkins, Showcase Cinemas. I'm sure if you Google around, you can find it. But this reminded me of when Avengers Infinity War was coming out, and then they released all the 22 plus X amount of movies that came up before that. They had this entire marathon in 1 or 2 days leading up to the premiere. So that was pretty cool. I'm not sure if I would ever do that, let alone for Fast and Furious. I'm not the biggest fan of the franchise.
So but, I saw the first film. Did I miss a little bit after that?
You missed submarines. You missed rocket ships. I think the next one they're going to the center of the center of the Earth. I'm kidding, but
I don't
believe
understand
it.
I don't understand how these people are alive. Is all. So
at this point, they're superheroes. Also, they can take on the MCU in a crossover multiverse of madness situation.
That's fantastic. Free movies, James. Free is where you got me there. So that is fantastic, and the fact that we haven't been to the theaters in a while. I don't care what's playing on the screen. I will go. I will absolutely go. And it just, it's a fun time. It's not groundbreaking stuff, but it's definitely fun time at the movie type films. So
hey, whatever floats your boat, whatever floats your NOS-filled speed racer car.
Exactly.
All right. Well, they're not filming these types of movies, Fast and Furious, over here in New England. Not that I know of, but they are filming plenty of other great stuff that you definitely want to put your name on. And so we can go right into our casting calls for the week, starting with CP Casting. They're looking for child photo doubles for a Netflix movie. They're looking for doubles, lookalikes. We'll include the picture of these 2 actors who they're trying to portray. The character's name is Jake, age 12, around 4'8", 80 pounds. Another child is named Chloe, age 10 years old, 4'6", 60 pounds. This is a paid gig, $204 a day, right here in Massachusetts. This is again for a feature film, filming for several days in late June and early July. If you're interested, send your name and your child's name and current photos, date of birth, weight, all that information. Send it to tmscasting2021@gmail.com.
Excellent. CP Casting is also looking for ethnically diverse actors and actresses who are over the age of 18 for a speaking role or multiple speaking roles in an upcoming feature film that is shooting in Massachusetts later this year. They emphasize that this is well-paid work, so they're looking for ethnically diverse people. They would like you to email your phone number, where you live, a headshot, and acting resume to cpcastingsubmission, singular, @gmail.com for that opportunity.
This next one, I'm a little hesitant to share this one because this sounds perfect for me, hopefully. Yeah. This is Boston Casting looking for radio and TV announcers for upcoming voiceover project. Looking for men and women 30 to 50 years old with radio, TV announcer experience. This is a SAG-AFTRA gig. This is recording next month from the 10th to the 11th. And local celebrities like moi, we are being asked to apply. So if you are...
So have you yet?
I know. Well, if you are interested, you can send your VO demo to bostoncastingvoiceover@gmail.com. Yeah, bostoncastingvoiceover@gmail.com.
You've sent that around the newsroom, I hope. I think,
yeah. I let all my colleagues... in on the secret.
All your potential competition on that one. Okay.
Yeah, we just don't. We won't bring it up to though.
I see how that one is. Okay. All right. So, James, they should be listening to us, shouldn't they?
They should be.
That's right.
If you're not, that's on you. Okay.
All right. So, not to make anyone feel guilty, you should. Anyways, so Slate Casting. Slate Casting is looking for... Let's see, what are they? Androgynous models. Do you look a little bit like you don't know what, not necessarily a boy, not necessarily a girl, a little bit in the middle? Slate Casting is looking for non-union androgynous models between the age of 18 and 30. You must be local to New England. It pays very well. And this shoots in early May. If you're interested, they want you to send a headshot, a couple of photos, contact information, city you live in, all your current sizes, and any additional portfolio to slateselftape@gmail.com.
All right, and lastly, Boston Casting, we're looking for groups of 4 professionals. They're looking for siblings, friends, couples with careers such as teachers, scientists, business owners, lawyers, doctors, nurses, engineers, etc. We're looking for couples. They're looking for women 30 to 45 years old with shoe sizes between 7 and 7.5. Men 30 to 45 years old with shoe sizes 9 to 9.5. This is shooting in mid-June, pays $1,000 a day for 2 days, and must be local. You must be in the Boston area. So submit your photo, job title, shoe size, and where you are based to Boston Casting Submit 5, the number 5, @gmail.com. All right, so I just finished watching this latest movie that is definitely not intended for kids. I watched the original back in 1995, I believe, in theaters when I was 5 years old. My dad didn't tell my mom, and she was very surprised when she did find out. But Mortal Kombat, the new version, 2021, has been released to theaters as well as HBO Max, and it's a lot better than I expected.
Really?
And maybe that's not saying much considering how bad the original 90s Mortal Kombat movies were. But no, this one is actually pretty good. The action's great, definitely R-rated, and so you don't want younger kids to be watching this unless you're really cool parents and want your kids to have that experience. But basically, the movie this follows an MMA fighter named Cole Young, and he is seeking out Earth's greatest champions in order to stand against the enemies of Outerworld in the high-stakes battle for the universe. So basically, the plot, I don't want to give any spoilers away, but it's pretty good. So for eons, this Outworld has been fighting this other realm of Earth, and 9 out of 10 times the Outworld has won these terrible, gruesome battles. But this final time, if the Outworld wins, then they become rulers of the entire Earth. Everybody's enslaved to them. So we have to have Earth's mightiest heroes, not the Avengers, but these Mortal Kombat warriors who have this Mortal Kombat tattoo or scarring on them. Yeah, but this, again, is pretty much, it's a good action flick. You're not going to get something pristine acting out of this, even though the acting's pretty passable, not bad for what this is.
Right.
Not too much to spoil, though. I will say the two biggest parts of it, the two most exciting parts of it, are the two characters, Sub-Zero and Scorpion. You know, the Scorpion, the guy says, "Get over here," and then pulls him with a chain. And then you have Sub-Zero. The graphics speaking of Sub-Zero, very, very good. The ice, the wind, all those graphics, fire graphics, very good in this movie. Yeah, not much else to say. Well, I'm not sure if you're going to see it.
I don't know if I'm going to see it, but I just wanted to say that I did see the original from the 90s, and that was just a hot mess. That was just, it was hilarious. Yeah. It was one of those movies that was so bad that it's good because it's just funny, because it was just so, it was just a train wreck, but it didn't make any sense, and it was super violent, and I just, I enjoyed watching it. I am kind of interested because I have the game. I have Super Nintendo, and it was one of the ones that I played originally when I was a little kid, and I still have it upstairs. Yeah. I definitely won't let the kids watch it. But, if I get bored one night and I have a little bit of time, which is almost never, we'll see. I might check it out. Desi's joining us now for the review. She just woke up from her nap, and that's how she magically appeared. But James, that sounds great. That is available to watch right now on Netflix, is it? On HBO Max.
HBO Max. And
that's
theaters.
Great. Well, one thing that I would recommend that we were just watching recently, also from the 90s, if you have a little 90s nostalgia going on, Baby's Day Out. Much more family-friendly. This 1994 film is about 3 bumbling burglars who kidnap a rich kid and a rich baby, and the baby outwits them and takes himself on this amazing adventure all around the city, which follows along the path of his favorite book about a little boy who goes out into the city for the first time. And it's super cute. It's really funny. It's just like Home Alone. It's a total Home Alone ripoff. Essentially. But my 5-year-old loves it. We just rediscovered it this week. And that's on Disney Plus. That's been
I remember seeing that as a kid, and actually as a kid, that was actually a favorite movie in rotation on the VHS.
Oh yeah? Yeah, it's definitely a worthy addition. So if you're looking for a family-friendly random 90s nostalgia film to check out, Baby's Day Out. That's my recommendation. That's all I got to watch this week, James. About 10 times. My recommendation,
you will have more free time soon, I'm sure. But my recommendation for a movie not to watch, and kind of very disappointed in this movie, Fool's Gold. Do you remember that movie in 2008 with Kate Hudson, Matthew McConaughey?
Yeah, I never watched that one, no.
Don't watch it, because Kate Hudson and Matthew McConaughey, they were previously in the movie How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, and that's actually, honestly, one of my guilty favorite rom-coms out there. And so my girlfriend and I were watching, hey, they're in this other movie together, another kind of rom-com. Let's watch it. How could it be bad? It's not good. And so, unfortunately, we were both disappointed. I actually fell asleep midway through, and we tried finishing it the next day. But Fool's Gold, not my cup of tea. Some people like it, I guess. It's a subtle cult favorite.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but that's what I've been watching. Yeah. That's what you shouldn't watch. But thank you for watching us here on the Hub on Hollywood. If you have any movie suggestions of what to watch, what to avoid, let us know. Comment down below. If you know anybody who meet any of those descriptions for the casting calls, yourself or someone on your family, your friends list, share them this link, get them on the big screen, and get them famous.
Yeah.
Also, let us know your thoughts on Falcon and the Winter Soldier, the Oscar noms, the wins, the snubs. Let us know.
Awesome. And we will see you next week. We can't wait to talk to you. Until then, I'm Jamie.
I'm James.
See you next time.
Bye.
Say bye, Desi. Bye-bye. Oh, God.